You're listening to The Word on the Streets with Joe Bingham, Jason Tasker, and Raj Pujada.
Right, how we doing, guys? Welcome back to The Word on the Streets. I don't know why I always shout at the start, but it's just me and Raj again this week. Jason, I don't know, maybe Border Force got him in Miami or something, but he's not here. He's not here. They probably saw him going through customs with that woman's bag and thought he's
probably had a fedora on as well.
Yeah, and they thought this man is definitely a mule for somebody, so they're pulling apart the stitching as we speak to try and find out what he's hiding other than his dream journal that he told us about the other week. But yeah, you've just got us two again. How are you, Raj?
I'm tired, man.
Yeah,
I'm tired, but I'm here.
you haven't been sleeping.
Huh?
You know what's annoying? I've spoken to you about the fact that like you've not been sleeping well for weeks.
Yeah.
And yet I still look more tired than you at all times.
Do you think?
Yeah, I think.
No,
like,
you just sound more tired, but I definitely feel like I feel like my eyes are shut.
Now I wake up some mornings and I'm like, I look like I've been dug up, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I bought some off Amazon. It was I don't know why I did it. It's
Was
like
it a steering wheel? Was it a tray for your steering wheel?
Nah. Have you seen the new Ford Transit? So
What,
I've got
with
them
the
built in.
steering
Yeah,
Bro,
As soon as I saw that, I thought, yeah,
that's a bit of me.
that's
That is.
you,
I'll buy that car because of that. You know.
it's a Transit.
Yeah, bro. I'll stock up on Haribos. I'll take it back old school.
You know, that's just reminding me the thought of you driving a Transit, man. There used to be.
You got them 4 lines.
Nah.
Once me and my 2 boys, yeah, Azim and Emran, shout out. We're 3 of us in a van moving stuff through London. Like one of them's moving stuff through London. It literally looked like 3 terrorists on
Doing
the
squat
go,
jogs.
just beards all across the front in a rented van. Like none of us know how to properly drive it. It's so funny, man.
Nah, it didn't remind me of 4 Lions because I'm not that racist, only slightly. Now it reminded me of there used to be a builder's company round the corner from where I grew up back in Birmingham, and there was it was like an Indian family doing like a building company, and I just remember they had the sickest slogan on the side, which was just you've had the cowboys, now try the Indians.
That's fucking sick. That's genius, that is.
He's sick, man. But yeah, I just think like because I look tired all the time, so I went on Amazon and I bought. It's like a face mask.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna do because I googled it yesterday when I couldn't sleep.
Nah, not for sleeping in. I've got one of them as well
Right.
because it's so bright in mine.
Right.
It's a face mask that like goes over your whole face. You put it in the freezer, yeah,
Right.
and then it's like an ice mask for your face. Apparently, it like makes you look less tired and younger and that. But I left it in the freezer for too long, and then I was like, oh, I've got to defrost it now because it's like this gel thing. But I
Right.
didn't have time to defrost it, so I just stuck it on my face for 5 minutes, and I got like frost burns.
Why would you just put it in the fridge?
My cheeks were burning.
Does it have to go in the freezer?
I don't know, really. I'll try it out, different temperatures and that.
Surely not freezer.
Yeah, when I put it on as well, like I look like Leatherface. Like it's
And can you sleep on your side with it? Or you meant to sleep with it on all night?
Nah, it's not while you're asleep. Like you wake up in the morning and stick it on. Yeah.
Oh, you put it on in the morning.
Yeah,
Right.
Try and turn my life around, basically.
Yeah.
But I didn't. It's not a strong start from me.
I
Apparently,
got the eye blockers that I was looking at yesterday, with the music in your ears at the same time.
Oh yeah.
But I don't think I'll get it.
Nah, I've got the eye things. I don't think they help. I just feel really claustrophobic when I've got them on.
Yeah. Also, I feel like someone's watching me. I don't like the thought of that.
I have a recurring dream that I'm in a haunted house, and that I'm like watching myself try and sleep in bed, and someone's watching me from the corner of the room.
Oh yeah.
And then I wake up and I again feel like someone's watching me. It's not pleasant.
Yeah, I had a weird dream. Yes, I only slept for like 2 hours, but there was car chases and there was bits where like I did like a 360 spin to dodge someone chasing me. I don't know what was going on.
So you're like, I slept 8 hours last night and I got no dreams. You got 2 hours and you got like the born identity.
Too much weed.
Does that stop you from dreaming?
Yeah.
Does it?
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
That's why stoners aren't very ambitious, I suppose.
Yeah.
All right, I'll wind down.
No, I think the damage is done. I don't think you're dreaming.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Dreams are done.
I do feel a lot slower than I was when I was a young man.
Did you bun every night?
Nah,
No.
nah. Not even regular.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But you find on the nights that you definitely don't dream. But on the nights you do dream.
I don't know. I'll run an experiment for you.
Yeah.
I'll see.
Yeah. Maybe leave a 2-day gap in between.
Yeah.
To let it out your system. I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
We'll report back. I'll get the Star Dog in and we'll report back.
The Star Dog.
Yeah.
The Cali Kush.
The Star Dog. Star Dog's killing my people. What was it? What was I gonna? Oh yeah, you were telling me about something before we started about.
Oh, when I was in Glasgow.
Why you've got cum stains on your trousers, basically. Because I did notice them on your inside leg, and I didn't want.
Did you actually?
Yeah, I didn't want to point it out. It's right there, and in a file, like I can see it.
Right, I didn't realise it was that bad.
Shall I tell you? It's down to your calf.
Yeah. Oh shit! I thought I wiped it all. Shit. What happened was I was in Glasgow, and I got jalebi. Indonesian's finest chicken. I hope it's Indonesian.
I don't think it is. I think it is Filipino. I could be wrong though. I'll Google it while you tell the story.
Alright, so I ordered it and I got like whatever the signature burger and chicken thing is, yeah? And it come with a free pineapple and mango pie, which looks like the McDonald's apple pie, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm eating it shirtless with my tracksuit bottoms on. I've taken a bite and it's just gone boom, 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 boom. Actually, it's just hit me there, and then as I've got up, it's fallen down. And that's what this is.
And you've got to go on stage in that tonight, which I didn't.
Oh, yeah, I didn't realise it was this bad.
Maybe put your jacket around your waist like you're on a school trip.
I didn't realise this is bad. This is not good.
Right.
Smell it though. It smells like pineapples.
I'm good, but yeah. But I'll
is it Indonesian?
Filipino.
Shit.
Yeah. I only remember because I saw it on a sign at one of them when I was like going past it.
Shit.
You'll be fine. Make a joke out of it.
Nah, I don't think it's that noticeable.
What, when you spot it? It'll be bouncing.
Mesmerising them with me words.
With me words. Get up. You've been gigging up north, haven't you?
Nah, I saw the best thing on TikTok the other day, and I thought of your mum, actually. It was Black Country. And it just said, Black Country people are the funniest. And there's this woman driving down the street. It's obviously set up, right? But there's a guy walking down, and she rolls down the window, and she goes, "Is there a B&Q around here?" And he's thinking, and he goes, "Nah, there's no B&Q, but there's 2 Ds in Dudley." That just tickled me more than it should have.
They are funny people, I'll give them that. My old man always says that they're like the most dour people you'll ever meet, which is also kind of true. Like, they're like inherently miserable.
Yeah.
Like, they're always expecting the worst thing to happen. But I think that's also what makes them funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like laugh through the pain.
Yeah,
what
pretty
probably
much.
makes them.
Yeah. It's like
Is it quite working class, the whole Black Country?
Yeah, very. That's where the name comes from. It's where all the coal mines used to be.
Okay.
So, yeah, very. And like that's what Frank Skinner used to talk about when he first started out, and it basically just tells stories from the factory that he worked in, and they were all really like bleak and horrible, or blokes going down the pub and just doing dumb shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that it's a very simple life, I think, and like people are very happy with it.
Wake up, pub.
Yeah.
No, wake up, work, pub.
Some of them go straight
home.
to the pub, yeah.
Wake up, work, pub, home, sleep.
Pretty much.
Cycle.
Yeah. And I always think, like, I don't know about you.
They put no ice masks in the Black Country.
Nah. They just accept whatever life throws at them, to be honest. But like, I don't know about you. I've thought about this before, which is like, is having like blind ambition like a curse in some ways as well? Because I think it pushes you to like strive for, well, whatever you perceive better to be. But I often think like I'm envious of like some of my friends who are just happy to get up, be alive for another day, go to their job, see their mates, go play football or whatever, and then just go home. Whereas it's like, I don't know, when you're, especially in like something that we do, where you're constantly like, oh, so that was good, but I've got to do better. all the time, and then it's like you play. If you think back to like the rooms that we started out in when we started doing comedy or whatever,
Yeah.
you were happy to have like a handful of people in. Think of like Fulham Comedy Club back when you used to run that. You were just happy to have that room full, and then it was going to be a good night.
Yeah.
And then you play bigger rooms than that, and you play clubs and you play theatres, and it's always like, oh, so you've done it now, so what's next? What's bigger?
Yeah.
So do you kind of, because I feel sometimes that like having that is also like a bit of a curse as well, because then you're like, well, when am I ever going to be satisfied then?
Well, that's always growing, right? And you always want to be better than the last, right?
Yeah.
Like the same way you look at jobs, you always want to be promoted, right?
Yeah, I think so, but I also think there are like,
And you're envious of people that have no ambition
I don't even think it's a
because
case
there's
of
no pressure.
Yeah, but
Like they keep themselves at a bar that they're happy with, but they're happy. Do you know what I mean?
like I don't even think I see it as like a lack of ambition, because to say that someone's got a lack of ambition is almost like a it's almost like quite condescending. But you must have like worked with people in offices before where like they're the most useful person there, but they're the most useful person there because they've been doing the same job for 10 years and they're more than happy doing that. Like
Yeah.
they don't want to get promoted. They don't want to. They're just like, I'm good here actually. I've worked to this point. I'm good here. And there's a part of me that's always just looked at that and just thought like that must be quite peaceful in a lot of ways to
Yeah.
just be able to go, I'm good actually.
Yeah,
I do
used to work
this.
with a guy like that.
Got my family at home or whatever. Some of them, I used to work with this guy, no family or anything. Like he lived on his own, just came in, did the same job all the time. But he was chilling. He was just like, I'm happy. I'll go home, make some food, watch TV, go to the pub with my mates, or go play golf or whatever on the weekend. He
Yeah.
was chilling.
And like, I'd talk to the guy I used to work with,
Mm.
and he'd tell me, and I'm like, "Is that fun for you?" He's like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
But he was like that. Like he used to write with a ruler,
Mm.
as in not like physically, but anything he wrote, it had a ruler underneath. It had to be perfectly straight. But he knew the job inside out. This guy could have run the business, but he was just content.
And I remember like,
And he was like a lower rank than me.
that was the same thing as me. And
Mad.
Because he was older than me, he'd been there longer than me. And because of the way I was inclined, I just kept working and kept saying yes to different jobs at the time, and then just got to this point. And because I really got on with him and I liked him, and I'd always say to him, like, but you can do this, like, so why don't you? And you'd try and like help him out to give him advice, whatever, and he'd just be like, I just don't want to.
Yeah.
And I get that now. I just kind of think like that there must be like a lot of like nice in that to just be able to go, yeah, I'm good actually. I'm chilling.
Or is it fear and they actually regret it the whole time?
I think some people will have that. Some people are, you know, like them people who always have the best ideas in meetings, but they didn't say it the loudest, so they don't get any credit.
Yeah.
You're gonna have them people as well, but yeah, it's fucked, isn't it?
But I envy people that can sit at home on their own.
What,
And
just
read a
happy with
book.
their own company?
I can't do that. I can't be by myself. I have to have people around me at all times.
Yeah, you mentioned this to me in New York actually, and I never really dug into like why that was. Like, why can you not just go, actually, I'm knackered. I'm just gonna
no matter
fucking
how
chill.
tired I am. And like I got 3 things to do tonight, and I'm on 2 hours sleep. I'll get home past midnight tonight.
But I don't know why.
I don't either.
Is it just because you've created this habit now?
Yeah, it's all habit. Yeah.
Because habit's a massive thing. Like, I had a spell where I was way less productive after the lockdowns and stuff because my schedule just became roll out of bed to log onto my laptop to just do that all day, shut that, go back to bed. I had to like force myself back out of the habit of like, nah, make sure I leave the house in the mornings and all that shit.
Yeah, that's the other bit. Is like on whatever day last week, I was just in my house all day. So I was like, oh, I've got to leave. So I'll just leave, but I'll still just do the same thing somewhere else. Do you know what I mean? Like I'll just sit at my mate's house rather than sit at mine.
I don't.
It's just just don't like to sit by myself.
Yeah, but it's got to say something though. Why? Because you just don't like being alone with your own thoughts or something.
Nah, I could be watching something or scrolling through TikTok. I wouldn't necessarily be thinking about shit. I could be distracted, but I just like I think, oh, I could be out right now. I don't know. Sometimes I'm out and I'm alone, but I'm out.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I'll go to the cinema by myself. I'll eat out by myself. That won't faze me. I'll sit in Nando's by myself.
It is. There's definitely an element of it. I'm sure I've told you this before, but like I remember, not long after moving to London, I went to this. I went out on this night out. Ended up at this party with my mates, and then there was this girl there that was just like, "Oh, do you want to come back tomorrow?" I was like, "All right." Went back with her. We didn't even do nothing. By the time we got, I think it took us ages to get back to hers. By the time we got back, we were both knackered and literally just went to sleep. Nothing had happened. Woke up in the morning and she just went, "Do you reckon you stayed here last night just because you get lonely?" And I was like, "What a wild thing to greet me with in the morning." But then on the tune back, the whole way back, I was like, "Don't know, maybe. Who knows?" Weird, don't it?
Yeah, like hotels is difficult.
Hotels are horrible though because there's nothing homely about them
Yeah.
whatsoever. Like,
Yeah.
At least if
I
you're
mean, I don't know if you're that person, but even if I'm there for one night,
you'll get an escort.
unpack.
Oh.
I'm getting what?
We were gonna say I'll get an escort so that you don't have to stay there on your own.
Come on, bro. Never paid for it.
Them Jollibee stains on your dress.
I smell it, bro. It's pineapple.
Yeah, but that's why people eat pineapple. For the same reason as how that could have potentially got there and still smell
true.
like pineapple.
Well, you'll smell a bit of mango as well.
No, yeah. All right.
So, yeah, hotels. I fully unpack.
Never.
Like, toothbrush out, Colgate next to it, Afro pick, comb.
You didn't unpack once for 3 weeks in America.
I didn't have a wardrobe. If I had a wardrobe, different story, bro.
We had a wardrobe in LA.
You had a
Why?
wardrobe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I gotta come in your room to fucking get my clothes and then walk back out. What? I think I wore one shirt in LA.
Yeah, true.
I was like, I ain't doing laundry here.
Yeah.
Reptiles in my shit.
Yeah, that laundry room was.
Yeah, that was gonna
rough.
get munched in that motherfucker.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was. Yeah, that I did. But like New York, I didn't have wardrobe, but that room was so small. I had to make a choice of whether I was able to walk through the room or open my suitcase. I don't know if you ever saw how much I had to jump over my suitcase every
I saw
time.
it, yeah.
You couldn't have both.
That day on the edibles, do you remember I opened your door and was just throwing shit at you because I was
I
bored
don't
and you
remember
didn't
that,
wake up.
Nah, I don't remember that one bit, but I was thinking about them edibles actually. I wish we bought some back.
I never want to see them again.
Oh, really?
Yeah, what they did to me.
Nah, the funniest was when she texted me when the woman whose house we was in texted me like, "Oh, you left me some sweets." Oh, actually.
Yeah, do not eat them. Eat them at your peril, mate.
Do you know what I ordered today? Actually, I ordered a York test.
What's that?
It's where you send a blood sample.
Oh, the allergies thing.
No, intolerances.
Yeah. I get it through work, but I've never done it.
Oh, it's like 200 quid, but it's down to like 130 or something.
Yeah, my
And I
work
thought,
just do
fuck
them.
it. Why not? Let's find out what I'm intolerant to, which we know is lactose for sure.
Yeah, we learned that.
We know about lactose.
And we still went to Cheesecake Factory 3 times. Yeah, it was.
Did we go 3 times? Twice.
Twice was it?
Yeah.
Twice. Yeah.
In 2 days.
Yeah. Hey mate,
do you know what? Now I'm actually hungry.
Now you'd go back.
That I'm thinking about the pasta that I left. I often do that. I think about stuff that I've like not finished, and like I'll be like, oh man, I'm gonna regret leaving that there in 4 weeks' time.
I enjoyed Cheesecake Factory, but it was the one place we went where they gave us the portion sizes that I think people expect of America. Like it was too much.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm thinking about it now because I've in 4 minutes I would have fasted for 20 hours and I've got 16 left.
That's ridiculous, though. I still don't know why you're doing this.
Oh, you got to try it. Try it once.
Okay.
You'll feel. That's probably why I feel more energetic than you.
Okay.
changes your energy levels and
So just starve myself for a day.
no, water and black coffee.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. So probably drinking black coffee before bed's probably keeping you awake. When was the last coffee you had?
This afternoon,
What time?
2:00.
Hmm.
I didn't have
That's
coffee
not
yesterday.
terrible. Yeah.
Yes, I only fast 36 hours one day a week. Everything else 20 hours, and on those 20 hours, I have one coffee in the morning, and that's it.
Okay.
Then I just drink water till I open my fast. Have lunch, have dinner, and I start my fast again.
I just know how my metabolism is. I just think I'd just lose so much weight from doing it. Like if I don't eat constantly.
But then you'll have a skinny pack.
Yeah, but that wasn't a good look when I had it back in the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's better than doing fucking.
And for
sit-ups.
winter as well. I don't want to lose weight in winter.
You think you get colder?
I reckon I'd be like a sick Victorian child. Yeah.
Do you think you get colder? Do you think the weight keeps you warm?
That's literally the science of it. Yeah.
Oh right.
Like
Is
fat.
it?
Fat is an insulator. Hence why like animals that have like blubber and shit live in cold climates.
Blubber's a horrible word.
It isn't great.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not
Who's got
great.
blubber? Dolphins.
Whales.
Whales.
Bears have a lot of fat, obviously.
Is blubber valuable?
Um,
It's used for something, right?
yeah, you make perfume out of it
Oh.
and soap and stuff like that.
So
yeah,
they
that's
use
why-
the whale's blubber to make soaps.
That's why whaling was outlawed. Yeah, because people were just
So
out
what are people soaping
on the
with
seven
now?
seas. You can make soap out of all sorts now, innit? Like
Oh,
fucking
okay.
Gwyneth Paltrow's making candles out of fucking vag juice, isn't it?
Sorry,
That's what her brand is, isn't it? That Goop or whatever it is.
it's made out of a veg juice.
Basically, just pure vag juice. Yeah.
What mass produced veg?
I think so, like a farm, yeah.
How-
It's just women in cages
Oh, that's
getting
probably
vag juice.
You know, when
farmed
you
out
was
of it.
younger and you used to stumble across that port. I know every man saw this. The machine that's
Oh,
with
yeah.
the dildo.
Yeah,
Just do you reckon that's just one of them in her?
potentially, yeah.
And she's just boom churning out the juices.
I think so. I'm fairly sure that's how it's working.
How
yeah.
many drops in one candle?
I haven't looked, but I reckon you'd need a fair bit to be able to market it.
Does it smell like her?
Never smelt it either, but I just remember it being a big thing in the news that this is what she was doing. She also made loads of shit out of placenta, I think, as well.
Placenta made me throw up in school once.
What, you saw one?
No, the
Just the
teacher
thought
just
of it.
told me that some people eat it, and it made me throw up on the spot in the class.
I remember being in a science class there once, and this.
Hold on, don't bypass this veg candle, bro.
Okay, all right, yeah.
So she gets all her juices, and then it's not just made; it's got another scent to it.
Well,
right?
yeah. Well, let's get this out there now. I don't know any of the science that goes into it. So how do we think that Gwyneth Paltrow is making vag candles?
I reckon she's getting boom, 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 boom with the machine,
Yeah,
and then it's
the pneumatic dildo.
She fills up a jar of her juices.
Hmm.
They make a normal candle, and they drop 2 drops of her veg juice in it,
I think that makes sense. Yeah.
and then it's all about how potent she is.
Well, that's another big question as well. They're not all made the same.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Not like, I'm not on about candles. I'm on about badges. Not all
Yeah.
badges are made the same.
yeah.
Some
Yeah.
might
You
be.
can have innies, outies,
Some might go off the shelves a
wonkies.
bit
Yeah,
quicker than others. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Hmm.
And does she do it all in one go, or is it a daily thing?
Don't know really. Don't know.
Should we get one?
We could do. We could like a
Should
little
we order one
experiment.
now?
I think they're called Goop.
Goop.
I think.
GOUP.
I don't know, or GOOP. I don't know. Gwyneth Paltrow candles will probably bring it up. You'll probably now explain that I've got it all wrong, but I'm sure a lot of it was badge based.
Oh wait, it's a fitting follow up to the candle. You know the one. This one is made with tart, grapefruit, neroli, and ripe cassis berries,
So how have they gone from? Because
blended with gunpowder
okay, you wouldn't
tea.
want to
Gunpowder
light
tea.
it, would you? Oh, okay.
Gunpowder tea.
Fucking hell.
That's I put a comma in myself in that one. and Turkish rose absolute with a scent that's sexy, surprising, and wildly addictive. On cold sniff, this candle was a bit warmer than a was a bit warmer than the vagina candle. Oh, so it's a different candle.
Yeah, so find out about the vagina candle. Because how have they gone from a vagina candle to just a normal sounding bougie Yankee candle, which is here's berries and whatever.
She ran out of juices, bro.
Yeah. She started too late.
Vagina candle.
It wouldn't sell as well if someone said,
It smells
I've
like her
made a
vagina.
candle that stinks like my dick. That it wouldn't sell as well, straight up, would it?
Well, stink's a horrible word.
Yeah, I know. But like, it wouldn't sell as well, would it? If like, think of it. All right, so Gwyneth Paltrow, yeah. So think of like a male star.
It's sold out.
Oh yeah, of course it did. Yeah, absolute freaks, mate. There's people on the internet that buy women's bathwater. You're gonna buy a vag candle, ain't you?
Yeah.
But think of a man that's a similar. So all right, Robert Downey Jr. Yeah,
Right.
because they were both in Iron Man, and she's Pepper Potts, he's Iron Man. Imagine if Robert Downey Jr. came out and said, "I've made a candle that smells like my dick."
Yeah, people would buy
I
it.
reckon it'd still sell out.
Yeah, it'll sell out.
Yeah,
100%.
because it's him. Yeah.
Uh,
But do you think if a random woman started selling candles online that smelt like her vagina, that would sell more than if a random man sold a candle that said it smells like my dick?
I don't think it's got her actual vagina juices in it.
So what?
I think someone's taken a deep breath while smell it and then copied the smell.
Are you joking? She had like a, what do they call them?
Someone's gone,
Yeah, but there's a word for them
oh,
people.
Gwyneth, we must sell this.
There's a word for them people. A sommelier, I think it is. You know, like a sommelier for wine.
Oh, right,
I think
yeah, I
like a
thought you-
sommelier
Yeah.
is like an
That
expert
popped my
on
ears.
smells.
I took a real sniff there. But, ooh.
But yeah, like an
Gwyneth,
expert
we
on
must
smells.
sell this.
I remember watching a documentary that was really interesting about these people, and like their sense of smell is insured for like a ridiculous amount of money because they work for like the top perfume houses in the world, and they just travel the world just sniffing shit and just going, yeah, that'll be nice, put that in this and whatever. So one of them has got her like in the stirrups,
Yeah.
like if she's at the gynos, and has just whiffed in, just fully nose dived in, and then got it,
Yeah.
and gone to the lab. That's wild.
£58 a candle.
Fucking hell.
Underpriced, they say. Sold out, they say.
What, her vagina smells
It's-
that good that a £58 candle is underpriced?
Well, there's a... What is this? It has birthed discussions of vaginal steaming,
Yeah.
vaginal jade eggs, £15,000 dildos.
She did become a big advocate for vaginal steaming afterwards. I do remember seeing that on the internet, yeah.
I just want to know how they make it.
Are you a fan of cunnilingus on a woman?
Yes and no.
Okay. What's the yes and no?
Depends how much I like them.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
fair. How good would a vagina need to smell when you go down there to do the business for you to stop and go, we've got to bottle this?
With the right VR headset,
world,
bro, it could change everything.
the world needs to see. The world needs to smell how good your vagina smells.
Yeah.
Because £58 for a candle's outrageous.
I think we should start a business.
You reckon?
Lollipops that taste like vaginas.
Well, lollipops that taste like dicks would make more sense
Why?
because of the action of eating a lollipop.
Yeah, true. Unless we make the lollipop immersive.
Inside. Oh, okay. Okay. What, like them dog bones that dogs have to get the marrow
so it'll
out
be
of?
like, it'll shape like a nose. Yeah?
Yeah.
But you put your tongue into it.
Okay. Why a nose now?
I just
How
that
many
shape of
noses
it-
have you stuck your tongue up?
A shape of a dip in it.
It's dick or vagina. They're your two options for
Yeah.
a lollipop.
Yeah,
One
but you could
makes
put the
more
whole
sense.
vagina in your mouth. That's why you couldn't put the
Crazy.
whole nose. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and then you could create different types of flavors. So you have post-gym vagina.
Okay. Yeah.
You have wake up early morning vagina.
Mm.
You could push the boat out. You could have
Just-
period and thrush vaginas.
Just cycled back from work.
Just
vagina.
cycle back. Yeah. You could have
Two
unwashed.
days. Yeah. Long
You could
weekend in
have-
high waisted jeans vagina.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one wouldn't
Festival vagina.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We'll call that one disco fanny.
Yeah. Disco fanny.
Yeah.
You could have Yeah. There's a market. If Gwyneth can sell the smell, we can sell the taste.
Okay. I reckon so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes it is a bit like...
Don't put this out. This is money.
Sometimes it is a bit like licking a battery, though. At times.
Yeah.
Yeah, which isn't... We're going to have to get around that. I don't know what that one will be. Stroke vag. Yeah.
What other flavours?
Feel like eating a Sour Patch Kid.
Oh, I do like Sour Patch Kids. Don't say that. Sour Patch Kids never let me down.
The thing is, though, again, with the same marketing, it proves why you need to go with vagina. Because imagine trying to sell sweets and then being like post-gym dick. That was the flavour.
Because the pheromones.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Festival dick.
Festival dick.
Do you not remember that episode of Embarrassing Bodies where they went to the festival?
Yeah.
And that kid just literally like whipped his dick out and they were like, that's an aggressive amount of smegma, young man. And it was...
Was it like feta cheese?
Yeah,
like,
horrid. So already festival dick's not selling as well as
unless
festival
you
vag.
market it as... Like, you know how you... Wait. Don't look at me like that. You know how you have like wine tasting and you have the grapes with the feta cheese?
Yeah.
You could have a little sweet savoury lollipop.
Okay. I do like goat's cheese.
Yeah? Is that when Messi's got schmeg on his dick?
Vile. Absolutely. Absolutely horrendous.
It's goat's cheese right there.
Mate, I went. By the way, I went to Greg's yesterday, and they made me feel like I'd changed as a person. Because Greg's is like the working man's bakery, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really. And I went in there. I asked for a cappuccino on my way to football.
So
and
would you say Wenzel's is the middle class version of Greg's?
What the fuck is Wenzel's?
Big man, you never been to Wenzel's?
Nah.
What?
I know Greg's and Gale's. That's all that's in East London.
Gale's is top notch.
Yeah. What's Wenzel's?
Is middle.
What is it though?
It's a baker. Same as Greg's.
Is
Sausage rolls.
Is it a West
pastries.
London thing?
It's a UK thing, bro.
Wenzel's?
Wenzel's. Orange and brown.
Nah.
Wenzel's.
Nah.
I can say it more.
Yeah, I've never.
Bro, you know Wenzel's.
I've never.
You never heard of Wenzel's?
in my life.
Bro, you're not serious.
Never in my life.
You've never seen a Wenzel's.
Where was the last place you saw one?
Bro, I had it.
When?
In Stanmore. The other.
Ah, okay.
You ain't seen this before?
Nah. I've never seen that in my life.
What?
Is it decent?
Yeah.
Okay. Nah, I prefer Greg's. I like Greg's. I know
You can
what I'm
buy
getting.
full loaf of bread in there, get it sliced. You can buy jam donuts, cakes, freshly made baguettes.
Yeah, like I know what a bakery is. Yeah.
Yeah,
But like I've
it's
never.
like it's like loaf bread. Like Greg's don't do that, do they? They
Nah,
do
Gale's
crusty
do.
rolls and soup.
Mm.
Also, hold on, I'll let you get back to your story. Go on, you tell me your
No,
story
you
first.
go.
What's your order at Greg's?
It's a sausage, bean, and cheese melt.
Yeah.
If I fancy one of the pastries. Yesterday I just got the bacon and egg roll
Yeah.
with a coffee because that comes to like $3.75.
Right.
But they ran out of bacon,
Okay.
so they gave me free sausage and bean melts instead.
3
Free of them for free. They
3
just went, have
pastries?
these, yeah.
3
And
pastries
you know
because they didn't have bacon.
And you know what the crazy thing is as well? So I was like, well, I only want one because I'm going to football. So then I was like, I'll just give the other 2 to the first homeless guy that I come across. Why did I not see a single homeless guy on the way to football then? In East London? First time. I'm thinking, I'll walk 2 steps.
So what
and
did you do
find
with the
one,
other 2?
Put it in my bag and then gave it to a geezer on the way home. But
Oh,
I was,
nice.
but I was like, this is mad. I was like, this is the one
You
time
didn't
I'm
just-
thinking,
That's
where
how
are
we're
they?
different. You know, I'd have been like, okay, that's now, that's half time, that's full time.
I did think as I was walking back, I was like, well, you know what? I had the idea of give it to a homeless man. I didn't see any, so maybe Jesus is telling me, you can have this when you
We're
get home.
so
You're
different,
allowed.
bro.
Why? Because I said Jesus.
I would have murked all of them. If
Oh.
I couldn't finish it, I'd have gone home, froze it, defrosted it 3 days later, bruv. I'm eating.
I ain't got room in my freezer anymore, bro. I've
You
got these face masks.
in there. That's your order. Why did it make you feel different?
Yeah, because I went in there and I said, can I have oat milk in the cappuccino, please? And they went, we ain't got that. And I said, oh, have you got like soya milk or anything? Only because we were saying it in LA and milk just makes my stomach bad. And I should have accepted it earlier. I said, you got soya milk or anything? She was like, I don't really think we do, you know. She said, I'll figure something out. She's like a young girl as well, and they were busy. Everyone was going to the American football thing. And she's rushing. She comes over. She's like, oh, I've made it, but like I've just got these like capsules, you know, like the little things you get in hotels. She's like, I've just got these, so just put these in. She gave me like 12 of these soy milk capsules, and then I look in the cup, and it's like half full with just espresso. Like, I've never been more awake in my life. Like, she didn't just put 2 espressos in, like half of the cup was just full of pure espresso, and then she just gave me some soy milk
This was
capsules.
before football.
Yeah. I was, and
three
fucked my ankle.
fucking sausage.
Yeah,
beans.
I should have been on top form, but instead I can't
that's a
walk
proper
properly
builder's
today.
breakfast. That.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
Do you know what I like? You get the sausage rolls, yeah. You always get 2, cold or hot, whatever, yeah. And then you get the tomato soup.
Okay.
And you dip the sausage roll in the tomato soup.
Mm.
That is a game changer.
Have you had one of the vegan sausage rolls from there?
I have.
And they're fine, aren't it? They're absolutely fine. And
I also like the steak and cheese roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, they bang.
But I still
dip them in as well.
Mate, I still
Sometimes you
remember,
can alternate. You get the sausage one and steak and cheese, and you dip it in the tomato.
No,
Banging.
What are you making out like getting a Greggs is like a sit-in meal? You just get something that you can just eat on the go.
Yeah. What, you can't do this on the go?
Nah, it's long, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah.
It's the same as holding a coffee and eating a thing, except you touch them together.
Yeah, you've got me there, to be fair. Yeah.
And also, I do sit down to eat Greggs.
That's long.
What?
Nah.
You live life on the go. This is most of the time.
You just
I'm
said
like
you've
this.
slept 2 hours and
Yeah,
you're going to be out all night.
This is the most vertical I get.
I
only
noticed
go
that,
more
yeah.
horizontal than this.
I have noticed that. Oh, did you finish looping?
I did.
Sick, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sick.
it is sick.
I'm a bit gutted that I didn't. I should have waited till the next season come out, but that's the story of my life. I would have said that because I've also just done 3 seasons of Sex Education in 2 days, so I should go to the gym or something.
Yeah, I've never watched Sex Education.
It's alright. It's a light watch.
I was listening to a podcast earlier. You'd probably like it, actually. I'll send it you. They're these 2 American people. I don't know how I found it. These 2 American people that they discuss conspiracy theories, but they openly say, like, we're not conspiracy theorists. We're just open-minded. So they don't present any of them as, this is what I believe and this is why. They'll just tell you something that happened as, like, the facts as they're put out there. And then they'll just present the evidence for each case and basically be like, you make your mind up, really. So rather than it just being listening to something where someone goes, this is 100% what happened, I know it is because of
Who
this.
is it? Is it 2 little Asian kids?
Nah, it's like an American guy and an American woman. The one that I was listening to earlier was, you know, the Jonestown massacre, the cult thing.
No.
Oh, so it's basically this guy, and he started out as I think he was like just training to be like a priest with a congregation, and it was in like the American Midwest, and the church basically said you're not allowed to integrate minorities into your parish. This was in like the late 60s, and apparently his dad was like in the KKK, but he was the opposite. He was very much like, nah, like
Give me a big booty.
Yeah, he was like a big advocate of the civil rights movement and stuff like that.
Because he saw one fat ass and he was like, I'm gonna need me some of that.
That's how they get you. Yeah, but he basically said, he tried bringing like some members of the black community into his parish, and the church said no, so he left the church.
He started his own.
Set up his own.
What do you call it?
Like chapel, something like City Unity Chapel or something. And he basically just said anyone can come if this is where you want to come. Obviously, loads of the black community followed him and stuff like that. He used to back in the day, you know, when they'd have like people, like white people moving out of town because black people were moving in. He would go door to door and basically like hand them letters and be like, stay. Like, let's create a proper community here. Like, you don't need to run away from these people and all that. That's how he started out. And then it all turned into, he got really big into communism and the Soviet Union. And then he created Jonestown in, so what it was, he said he had a vision that there was going to be a nuclear holocaust. And he read...
What year was this?
The 70s, so the Cold War's kicking off. And he read an article that said that Belo Horizonte in Brazil would statistically be the safest place to live on Earth if there was a nuclear war. So he went there.
We just Googled that, did he?
Yeah, just saw it. Just read it somewhere. You know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
on a billboard. And he went there and he thought, yeah, it's all right, but he preferred Guyana. So he went there, set up this place called Jonestown, and then the government, some people started breaking out and going back to America and being like, oh, he's doing horrible shit to people. So the US government sent some people out there, and it all went to shit. Like this senator came, I think, and said, oh, it's actually not bad out here. Like, I don't know why these people are complaining. Like, it's really good. And then as he was leaving, someone from the community tried killing this senator with a knife. And he basically said, the senator apparently said, you know what? One bad apple doesn't ruin the whole cart. It hasn't soured my opinion of what you've got going on here. I think it's a good community. But in his head, he was like, no, he can't leave now because of what's just happened. He'll ruin everything. So he killed him and then went back to his community and said...
The leader killed him.
Yeah, the leader had like his own militia, killed his geezer. And then it's where the term drink the Kool-Aid comes from. He was the guy who basically said to these like 900 people, you and your children are going to drink this Kool-Aid, and it was all laced with cyanide, and they knew it was. But he said it was like a mass suicide to like free them from the perils of the modern world. But then this podcast goes on about all these different conspiracy theories about like, did the CIA kill him and all this kind of shit.
How did they get him to kill? Did he drink the Kool-Aid?
Shot himself apparently, but when they found him, he had a gunshot wound to the head, but the gun was like several feet from his body.
Yeah, recoil can be mad though, isn't it?
His private nurse had drank the cyanide, but had also been shot in the head. And they were like, why would he do both with her and not with anyone else? So yeah, it's interesting. I'd quite like to join a cult, I think.
Yeah?
Just to see. Like,
Are they still rife, do you reckon?
I reckon so. Yeah.
Scientology?
So I mean Scientology is definitely one. 100%.
Wasn't Will Smith had a school? He had a school, right? Will Smith had a school. Did you know this?
No.
He had a school where Jaden and Willow went.
Okay.
And other kids went, and it got shut down because it was heavily influenced by Scientology.
Really? I didn't know he was a Scientologist.
Oh, yeah.
Well, apparently him and his wife haven't been together for 7 years.
Mad, isn't it? Who would
It's
have
just
thought?
disrespectful at this point, and it like just get off.
But
the
have you
man's
heard the
neck.
conspiracy that anything Tupac related, Jada comes out the woodworks? Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
So Tupac's murderer got arrested,
No, she says.
and now she's saying they're not together.
And that Tupac was always her soulmate and stuff
And
like
that he was proposed to her at Rikers, but he was only at Rikers for 1 month, and he was with his fiance already. So it makes no sense. She's full of shit.
I just think she's a bit tapped. Like I genuinely think like.
You think she's just lost the plot?
Yeah, because I think her and Tupac were like best friends. I think they grew up together and stuff like that. I think they might have definitely like platonically loved each other. Might have even shagged a couple of times. I don't know. But it seems to me that like she got very obsessed and attached to him. And
After his death, though.
Nah, because you see all the stuff in it, like they were tight before he died as well, and I reckon when he blew up and became Tupac the superstar, she was still about. She was still at different parties and stuff, innit? Because people always say that. But she probably weren't as close to him anymore because he was off doing this. And then, now that he's died, she might have like created a whole narrative in her head, which was like, oh, if he hadn't have died, we'd have still ended up together.
No,
and
I think if he was alive, he probably wouldn't speak to her.
No, not the way she is now. But what I'm saying is like, you know that thing of like, if you tell a lie enough, you'll believe it yourself.
Yeah.
Like I reckon she's maybe just created this narrative in her own head of, if he hadn't have been killed, we'd have ended up together because we were soulmates. And she just believes it so much now.
Did you see the letter that Willow wrote to Tupac?
Yeah, basically like, you know,
come back.
Yeah, if you are alive, come back. 'Cause my mum's really sad and all that shit.
What the fuck?
And you're Will Smith being like, am I a dickhead?
Am I a prick? Did I get beat up and moved to Bel Air for this shit?
Well, look at my man. His whole career, he could have lost everything with that Chris Rock thing. Like he could have done.
But that's just him. That's him
That's his
Chris-
insecurities.
Chris Rock had very little to do with that situation.
Yeah, that's his
he
insecurities.
was just the guy in the way.
But look at like
That was his demons he was battling there. Boy.
the podcast he did with her was still one of the craziest things I've seen on the internet.
And they weren't together then, technically.
Yeah.
That's
Wild.
mad.
But even
Poor
that
guy.
whole situation of like the man that she was having the entanglement with was a friend of Will's oldest son who was like down and out.
August.
So Will,
or the
yeah,
other
so
one.
August. So Will was like, you can come live with us for a bit while you get back on your feet, and then starts banging his wife.
Pound my wife.
Maybe it's just like a big cook setup. You know what I mean?
It wouldn't surprise me. You know?
Nah, wouldn't surprise me.
It would not surprise me one bit.
Because everyone still talks about like, oh, him and Margot Robbie definitely haven't had an affair, and that when they filmed that shit pickpocket film, or whatever it was. I can't
The
remember.
superhero one.
Nah, the one before that.
What was that superhero? Who Hitch? No.
Nah, they were in Suicide Squad. But before that,
No, but who was he as the drunk?
he was
superhero?
Oh, Hancock.
Hancock.
Yeah.
That's it.
Nah, the film that he did with them where they were literally just like master pickpockets. And she comes in and he like uses her as like a decoy because she's so beautiful in all these heists and shit.
So he like forced Jaden to be an actor, didn't he? Pretty much by making Earth, which was a flop.
No, by making Pursuit of Happiness.
Yeah, but he wanted one where they were like they did everything. I think in Earth, and it was a flop.
Yeah, I've never seen it, but I've heard it's terrible.
I didn't know it existed till I heard this, and then
Yeah.
that's what fractured their relationship.
Yeah, well, didn't Jaden say that his dad is the worst person he's ever worked with because he's not making you do it for you.
Yeah.
You're doing it for him, really.
And then Willow's just watching her mum cry over 2-pack the whole time. So this poor guy's in his yard like his missus wants a multi-pack the whole time. She wants a 2-pack the whole time. Daughter's fucking just watching her mum, and son hates that. This guy's fucked.
Yeah. And
fucked.
imagine, this comes back to what I was saying earlier, kind of, where we were saying, like, imagine just being happy with your lot and just having a life and just being like, that's me. Imagine how hard this man has worked and how successful he's been. Beloved by everyone. He succeeded in music, films, and your family don't even want to chill with you.
He's the polar opposite to 2-pack in music, though, isn't he?
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Polar opposite.
never swore in a single song.
Yeah.
Switch was a banger, though, to be fair. I'll give him that.
How's that go?
It's the most rogue tune.
Give me a
I
bit
can
of
think.
words, man.
I don't know any of the words.
It's hey.
It was from
Switch.
Turn around now. See that one.
Yeah, turn around now.
It was
switch.
from Hitch, and it.
Yeah. It was the Miami.
Banger.
Welcome to Miami.
Buenvenidos.
We're gonna get kicked off YouTube for that because I sounded just
Yeah,
like
you
it.
were right. Okay. You know what's mad as well?
Will Smith on the pod.
When you watch back the Fresh, because remember they put them all back on Netflix. When you watch back the early series of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, all the music is just him and Jazzy Jeff.
Yeah, but he was a prick though, wasn't he? Like if you think Aunt Viv.
Yeah, it was just they didn't see eye to eye, so we got rid of her. Yeah.
Yeah, but like he ruined her life.
Yeah. Just wrote her out of it completely.
But I get it if you don't get on with someone.
But that was, you could say the same
But I'm
with
petty as well. Like I will try and ruin your
yeah.
life.
You could say the same with My Wife and Kids, though, innit? Where the daughter initially was like dark skin, innit?
Yeah.
And then light skinned daughter came in that was in it for years.
Yeah, but is that because they fell out?
I just think I just don't think
She's in Lincoln Lawyer now.
Yeah, I just don't think they liked the
dark-skinned
dynamic.
girl.
Yeah, I just don't think they liked the dynamic of it and just switched it up.
Oh, I like both the Claires,
Hmm.
but Vanessa. Oh, Vanessa.
Yeah,
Even what's the mum called? Janet.
I can't remember now.
Janet.
Yeah, well, she was in Martin back in the day, innit?
Yeah, she's still fire.
She also said Martin Lawrence was a bit of a bad man.
Oh, really?
When she was working on Martin.
I think nothing surprises me now.
Not in Hollywood. I don't
Even
think.
the Goldbergs, the dad. And the Goldbergs?
What's
You
the
know the show The Goldbergs? Oh, it's on E4. What is his name? He's a comedian.
Okay. Is it Evan Goldberg?
No, his name's not Goldberg.
Oh, okay.
But the dad is... I can't believe I forgot his name. His name is Jeff Garlin. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, he got kicked off the show. Killed him off, had his funeral on the show and shit.
Shit.
Yeah.
He's not the one who played Fred Flintstone back in the day, is he?
I think he might be, yeah. Yeah, he is, yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing something in the news about that. What did he get up to?
He was like inappropriately hugging the cast and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, look at Chevy Chase in Community, and fucking Donald Glover basically came out and just went, "He's the most racist man I've ever met in my life."
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was like, "I hate that I have to work with him."
Yeah, so they killed him off in the show. Like, did his whole funeral and everything. But then, like, do you remember 8 Simple Rules? Remember that show? The dad in that actually died.
Okay.
So that was all like, that whole bit was real when they're all crying and shit. That was real sad when he died.
You know what? I still think
that was a bad boy show. Do you know what I watched the other day? Home Improvement.
Yeah, that was a good show as well.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
I couldn't have got a sadder episode, but...
What one did you end up with?
The one where the mum has a hysterectomy.
Yeah. Home Improvement was a sick show, though.
Yeah.
You know what?
Tim Allen, Santa Claus.
You know what I still find weird about, like, when you see, like, 8 Simple Rules and stuff come on? Was, like, why was David Spade just the guy that slept on the sofa?
He was the cousin or something.
But, like, his career was already doing all right. Like, he didn't need to be this weird role in 8 Simple Rules. You know what I mean? Like, he was already doing fine. He had a
that was
stand-up.
a hit show.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I suppose it wasn't like huge over here, but in America it would have been big. But he was like a stand-up, a writer, actor already.
But if they're paying you 100K an episode,
yeah, true.
Do you know what I mean? Like, Big Bang Theory's probably making more than Friends now make.
Which sickens me. Because
Yeah,
I've never once laughed at the Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, it's not great, but it's...
Also, there's a thing you can watch online which points out how problematic the Big Bang Theory is throughout. My mate sent it me.
Why? What's wrong with it?
It was just talking about how, like, the whole dynamic of it is, like, Penny being the typical dumb blonde who can't do anything for herself, so she's just preyed upon by creepy neighbour Leonard, who, like, literally, it doesn't matter how many times she tells him, "I'm not interested," will just constantly harass this woman until he wears her down. Even when their arc continues and they ultimately get together, they still break up because he's too overbearing, he's controlling, and all this stuff. You've got, like...
Is he?
Yeah, apparently. Like, I've not watched enough of it to know, but, like, it kind of explains all the dynamics. That Sheldon is just, like, full-on autistic and they just make funny out of it, like, to the point where he can barely function. The Indian guy that's in it, I can't remember his name in it.
Raj.
But his whole thing is he gets nervous around women, so nervous that he can't speak. And the running joke is like, oh, it's because he's a freshie, basically, and he can't speak English. The Jewish guy, Howard, just a massive big-time pervert, and everyone's just like, oh, but it's only Howard, he's 5'4", don't worry about it. But they're like all of the characters... and it's not like Always Sunny where all of the characters are horrible and you know that and it's acknowledged.
Yeah.
In that, it's like they're all massive pieces of shit, but they're painted as being like these lovable, oh, but aren't they nice little nerds? Every time I've watched it, I'm just like, this is fucking awful TV, man.
It's terrible TV, but I think that's really deep diving into the...
Nah, watch it. I reckon we should start watching it. We'll start doing like watch through episodes or something.
Because he's not... I wouldn't say he's controlling and overbearing and...
There's episodes I saw a few, like, because it'd always crop up every now and then on the TV. And I remember, like, seeing it towards the start and just thinking, this is a thing, fine. And then it was, like, 8 years in. And I remember he was with her now. So he's, like, sleeping over at her apartment all the time. And there was an episode where he was, like, being really weird and insecure about not wanting her to go to parties or not wanting her to wear certain like a certain top anymore because it was too low cut. And she's like, I've always worn this top. Like, you asked me out when I was wearing this. And he's like, oh, I don't want you to wear it
Is
anymore.
that not normal for a man?
I don't think so.
Where the woman is high status, that they feel like, oh, it's a threat that you're wearing that. Because they don't feel good enough to be with that girl.
Then don't go out with them, innit?
So, alright, your girl, yeah?
Mm.
She wants to go out with just black tit tape. You're cool with it?
It depends, and I think it depends. If I'd met her, yeah. Let's say you meet a girl and she's wearing something like that. She's just got a strap across the nipples and a loincloth that's barely covering the candle smelling badge.
Yeah.
If that's how you meet her and pursue her and ask her out and get with her, then I think you've got a much weaker argument for if you're together to go, I don't want you to dress like that anymore. If you meet her and she's just wearing fucking jeans and a top everywhere.
If she was wearing all of that to get the attention of men, but now she has a man, does Leonard have an argument?
Nah, because I still think, but you knew that's what she was like when you met her.
But she was doing that for man back in the day.
It's the same as, look at...
She was doing that to get man.
Yeah.
So now she's got a man. Why is she still doing that?
Why did you get with her? Did you get with her because you liked that she was wearing that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but she was wearing that to get me. Now she got me. Why is she still wearing that?
But she might not have been on it. Like, they often say this.
No, I'm saying that's what the reason is. So is it still okay for him to be upset?
Nah, I still don't think so. I still think you know what you've got yourself into then.
Okay.
Because they often say this, innit? Where like women will say, men think we dress for the male gaze, but we don't, innit? They're like we dress because we feel good in it.
Yeah.
So like for me, it's like if you get with a woman and she dresses a certain way, and then she says, if she tells you, oh, I dress like this to draw men in, well then you know what situation you're getting yourself in, then, innit? If you then go, oh, well, you've got one now, so now what? And she goes, well, I'm still going to keep dressing like it. Then you read between the lines and you go, oh, so you're waiting for a better one to come along, innit? But I don't think you've got much of a leg to stand on to say to anyone, like, you can't dress like that. It's like, I won't name names, but like, I know somebody who does stand up. They met their missus at a gig. She was just like in the crowd. And now she don't like him doing stand-up anymore now that they're all together and it's all serious and blah, blah, blah. She's always moaning at him when he goes out to do gigs and whatever.
Yeah, that's time thing, isn't it?
But is it also because she's thinking, well, that's where you met me, so there's going to be other women that want to come and speak to you at shows and stuff like that? Is there an element of that in there?
Yeah, maybe.
I just think I had a friend back home who, when he met his ex, played cricket Saturdays and Sundays. And then when they got together, she's like, well, when have you got time for me? And his thing was like, you knew that I did this when you met me. I think whatever you know up front, you haven't got an argument to ask someone to change it when you're with them.
It's a fair argument. I still think it's a bit over-exaggerated about the Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, maybe, but it's a shit show regardless.
It's a shit show.
But like, imagine, I just think, if you meet someone and say, I'm out 7 days a week for stand-up or because I can't be alone in a room, like, if she was then like, oh, well, can you bring it down to...
Are you talking about me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I can't be alone in a room.
Yeah. But if she was then like, oh, well, can you just bring it down to 4 nights a week so that we can spend more time together?
But if I'm with her, I'm not alone, so yeah.
But all right, if she asked you to stop gigging as regular so that you could spend more time together, how quickly are you cutting this woman out of your life? I'm
going to ask her to pay me what I'm losing.
Fair. Yeah.
And we better be writing.
I think we're done, aren't we?
I think we might be.
I don't know. Yeah, I think we are.
I'm happy with that. Fucking hell. Mess, mate.
Yeah, stand up and show me your trousers.
Fucking hell. Nah.
I had to stand up and crip walk the other week. That's why my ankle's fucked, mate.
Nice trainers.
Cheers, mate. Yeah, trying to look after them, you know. Creasing.
You crep protect them?
Yeah, and they're creasing. I've got the shells in, but they're creasing a little bit. But I mean, they always do a bit, don't they?
You know how to get rid of the creases, though, right?
Just iron them out with the finger over the top.
Cloth. Yeah. Sweet. All right, wrap it up.
Yeah.
Before you slap it up.
Thanks for listening.
Appreciate it.
If you've got any relationship advice for Leonard and Penny or people that are in controlling relationships, then yeah, just I don't know. Don't tell us. Tell the people in need. Yeah, thanks for listening. Jason might be back next week. But until then, you just, live a good life. See you later. Ta-ra.
This has been the Word on the Streets. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.